Good morning. Good morning. It is 2:56 a.m. I am on my way to the gym right now. It's a Monday morning. Monday is always grind time. Monday is the best day. And I want to talk to you about the mind being the gateway. The mind is a gateway. It's a gateway for two different things. It's either a gateway for negative or it's a gateway for positive. And I think how powerful what I just said is, I think it's underestimated. It's underestimated what's going on up there. And how so very often we end up becoming a victim, excuse me, of our own thoughts. And what I mean by becoming a victim of our own thoughts, meaning we have the ability at any moment to stop a thought that does not serve our purpose from coming into our mind. Any moment we can. But the tendency is to say, I have no power. Whatever this thought is, it must be justified. Therefore, I will go into my thought. And once I go into my thought, I will go into my emotion. And here's the tricky part about the emotions. Emotions change. See, emotions are dictated by a hormonal balance. And depending on what you've eaten, depending on what you may have drunk, depending on your physical state, is going to rely heavily on your emotional state. So now you have this emotional roller coaster going on because as a result of something physical that's not taking place inside of you, and it is causing you to go along with what you believe or what it is that your mind is saying is the truth. See, it never seems to fail every morning, and sometimes worse than others, and it's funny, but it's not. It's funny, but it's not. That I will have a million things coming at me. And I pray for somebody who's less disciplined than I am. Because I can see how it could take you under for a week or two. I can see how the negative thoughts can literally have you feeling like the world is coming to an end. And for as much as I want to say, stop, think about all the good things in your life, I know that that's not easy. You need a little bit more than just reflection. You need a lot more than just reflection. You need to know that that battle is already won. You need to know that those thoughts are intended to disempower you, slow you down, take you out your game. I know this. I know this. I had them coming at me so hard this morning. I was like, I hadn't even put a toothbrush to my mouth yet, and I already had 75 problems. Why? Because right here is the battleground. Right here is where, this is Gettysburg. This is where the battle is won or lost. Right here. It's right there. And so many times we just fall into our emotions. We give so much weight to it, and we're limited on our resources to fight it. See, my number one resource to fight it is prayer. I am learning that having a communication with my Creator, my God, is like talking to big brother about a bully. You know, your little brother, you going to school, some kid comes up picking on you, messing with you. You ain't necessarily got to fight him. Matter of fact, you're not even equipped to fight him. He's bigger, stronger than you. So why would you try? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, you feel you can handle it. That's all good. But you got big brother. You know, you got big brother. And that's what big brother's here for. To handle this business for you. But you're not equipped without the right tools. I don't remember what passage of the Bible it says, but it says you must put on the whole suit of armor. I can't help but think that part of that suit is prayer. And then meditate on the word. Trust me. For as much as I know, I'm still challenged. For as much as I believe, I'm still challenged. So I get it. I really get it. But you got to grow into that maturity. You got to grow into that faith. You got to put on the whole armor. You got to be battle tested. You got to have faith of the outcome. Regardless of what's going on up here. Regardless of what's going on up here. You got to know right here. One, that you can do anything. And two, stop the negative thoughts. Well, I went into Scarcity about 7 times. I'm dealing with this life insurance thing, and because of my background, because of my felony, because of my prison sentence, they denied me $1 million policy. Not my income, not anything I'm doing now, something that happened a long time ago. Come to find out, that probably was a blessing in disguise, because that was not the policy I really needed. So then we go after the policy I really do need. And they come back and they said something inside of something in my body was showing higher levels, and we probably figured it out. I take like protein supplement drinks, and said it might be a result of that. But either way, they initially went to deny it. They were asking for a bunch of information. For you don't know, I had a DUI, so they were asking about that, which happened over 10 years ago. They were asking about things in my past to judge who I am now. I sent it off to them. They said, okay, I think this is enough. Looks like, excuse me. Looks like we have everything that we need. Good to go. Let's go. So I get a call a week, 2 weeks. My insurance provider finally gives me a buzz, says, hey, got some great news, got some good and bad news. He says, well, they're all really good news. I got some good news, bad news. I'm just going to give it to you. He said, they approved you for the life insurance. He said, but they seen something inside of your body that they took your premium up a little bit higher, so it's going to be this much. And it was almost 3 times what I had envisioned and what we had talked about. And I say, wow, okay. I said, but They also gave you $500,000 of policy. So, all right, let me think about it. No, this isn't really my business. This isn't my field. I rely on experts to guide me the same way my clients rely on me to guide them through the home selling, buying process. So I'm relying on them to guide me through the process. And as they're guiding me and talking to me and explaining things to me, I'm thinking, am I gonna be able to pay this every month? Am I gonna be able to pay this premium every month to make sure that I don't default on my life insurance? Which, by the way, would cover me in the event that I got cancer, in the event that something happened to me. It would make sure that my family was safe. I went into a scarcity mindset. I went into a state of fear thinking, would I have enough? Should I get this? Because what if I can't pay for it? You ever been in that mindset? Maybe I should do nothing, because at least if I do nothing, then I don't have to worry about failing or coming up short. But have you ever done nothing and found out you still had enough, but you've let so much time go by? You've let so much time go by because you didn't think you had enough. So I get the insurance because I know I'll have enough. Because I know my God is good enough to make sure that I'm doing the right things. If I'm making the right steps, why would I not be provided for? Why would what I need to make the best decisions be held from me? I had a lady walk into my open house today, or this weekend, and we were talking about how, she wanted to own a home. She always wanted to own a home. And, she was being very honest. She said, I got comfortable. And she said, I'm just not sure, that we can make it happen. We make good money, just not sure. So I asked her a couple more questions. She started telling me about her rental situation. She started telling me about the size of her home, her family growing. I said, okay. She tells me, we've been renting for 11 years. Same place. 11 years. Now, when we're talking about renting and we say 11 years, we're not talking about an amortized mortgage where so much goes towards interest, so much of your payment goes towards principal. We're talking about 100% of what you are giving away goes towards your rent, and it goes into the landlord's pocket. So I said, okay, let's put everything in perspective. How long you been there? 11 years. How much is your rent? We started doing the math because I wanted to bring reality. I wanted to bring everything back into reality and start crunching the numbers up and say, okay, I did your rent times 12 months and, 12 months of rent times 11 years. And the number was astounding. It was $105,000. I said that $105,000, half of that should have been yours. You done paid this person's house off. I said that number should let you know that you can get it done. The battle is won between here and here, right here. If you let this convince you that you ain't got enough, guess what? You ain't got enough. And even if you try to get up enough, until you start telling this that you got enough, it's going to be a battle inside of you. Even this morning, I had to tell myself, I have enough. I can do it. Get the insurance. Make the deal happen. Be thankful. Be grateful. Expect bigger. Expect better. Because he promised you. It's that easy.